What's up, everybody? Welcome to Don't Give Up with Jacob. Today, I have a special guest joining me on my show. Not only that, but she is an author like me with a published book and has a son that is double exceptional. So please give a warm welcome to Brooke Shapiro.
Thank you so much, Jacob, for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
No problem. Welcome to my show. I'm so glad to have you here so I can ask you some questions about what's going on with your life.
Hit me. Let's hear them.
All right, then, let's ask some questions. So, I heard you had a son that is double exceptional.
Yep, Jace is double the fun, is what I like to say. He is a very special kid. He started reading when he was 2 years old, and it was the pandemic. And so I thought all kids, because he was my first one, could start reading. And I didn't realize how special he was when he started doing math and algebra and all these things when he was 3 and 4.
Sounds very
So,
interesting. So,
yeah.
I'm going to ask you, um, what has been the most unexpected part as a mother of a double exceptional child in your journey?
Ooh, the hardest thing is that he's smarter than me. Everything he knows so much about the world and about math, and he's always challenging me. And I never thought I'd have to think so much having a twice exception, like having him. He taught me all like behind me, actually, he asked for a map of the United States. So behind me, we have a map in our house. So we can memorize, so he can learn all the different states. So I had to learn all the states to keep up with him. I had to learn state capitals. I had to learn countries' capitals. Yeah, and brush up on my math skills for sure, just so I can keep up with him.
Wow, that
Yeah.
sounds really interesting. So
hmm
now I'm gonna ask you, what are double exceptionalities?
So double two E, twice exceptional, double E. For those of you who aren't familiar, it is on the autism spectrum. I believe it used to be Asperger's and they've changed names. And so now Asperger's has become part of the autism spectrum. And essentially, he is 5 years old, but he has the brain of, I don't know, a high school, college kid. So he can do math, algebra, trigonometry, all these incredible math skills. So, from a school perspective, he's very bored in school because he knows everything already. But then a hard part of being twice exceptional is actually the emotionals. So some things like if a room is really loud, he feels really overwhelmed and needs to wear headphones. Or sometimes he might get really frustrated easily if his pencil breaks. I might just be like, okay, my pencil broke. But for him, he's very upset. And it's hard to bounce back sometimes once he feels really sad and feels those feelings. So I try my best as his mom to work hard with him to make sure that he has skills so that if things don't go as planned or if something's too loud, we have lots of tools and skills in our toolbox to help him out so that he can be happy. Because that's all I want from Jace.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I'm
Really?
also kind of like Jace. I sometimes find things to be a little loud, or I have to wear earplugs or noise canceling headphones. And in fact, I sometimes get frustrated when I'm drawing and my pencil breaks, but I can always sharpen it, so I don't
Sure.
find it as big as a deal. However, I do kind of get upset when I mess up my art, which that's pretty
Mhm.
frustrating because I can't get it the way I want it.
Yeah, that is so frustrating. I think Jace feels the same. Like he has something in his head, and then when he tries to put it onto the paper, it doesn't go as planned. Like something sometimes either doesn't go as he thought it would, or it might get lost. Then he gets really, really frustrated. And he also sometimes gets really frustrated. He has a little sister. And so if he's trying to play chess and set up his board and she takes a piece or something like that, he gets very upset too. So we're trying to work at, learn, and he knows that we have to share And, she's younger than him. And so you just have to roll with, you have to be a bit more patient with the younger kids.
Yeah, those are some great lessons to learn when you're a young kid.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jacob, do you have siblings too?
Yeah, I have a younger brother named Josh.
Josh. Okay. So you
And
know what it's like to be a big brother.
by the way, I heard you had a published book. So, what I'm going
Hmm.
to ask you about it is what interested you into writing this book about Jace?
Yeah. Well, when I wanted to talk to Jace's classmates or explain to his teachers about how amazing he is and why he has an eight in the classroom with him and why he might get upset sometimes, I couldn't find any way to explain it to the kids. I couldn't find any books. I couldn't find anything that would make sense. And so I thought, okay, let me write a book about how amazing Jace is. So I didn't want kids to be frustrated with him when he gets upset or not be able to connect with him because he wants to talk about math and they may want to talk about, I don't know, Pokemon or something that isn't as interesting to him. So I wanted them to see how he's trying and how he's doing the best he can and how he's really an amazing kid. And so I wrote the story actually from Jace's little sister's perspective and how she sees Jace as a person. Because I don't know if your little brother feels this way, but my daughter thinks Jace is amazing. She thinks he's the best big brother in the world. She loves having him as her brother. She knows he gets frustrated, but she knows he can't help it. And so it's just really nice how she sees Jace, and I wanted other kids to see him in the same light because he's a really amazing kid.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel with my book. I wanted to write and illustrate a picture book to let people understand what's been going on with my early life and how I had trouble talking at a young age, but then was able to find my voice thanks to the help of my family and many other people who helped me. And my brother Josh is also like Jace's little sister.
Yeah.
He knows that I'm different than him, but he still finds me to be a great brother to him.
Yeah, that's so nice. It's amazing how it takes I mean, with everybody, right? It takes lots of people to help us, right? So for Jace, he has a sister, he has me, he has a BT, like a behavioral therapist, his ABA who comes with him places to help him socialize with other kids. And he has like a whole little team of people that all love him and help him every day. And he helps us by just being himself. His smile, how he teaches us things, how he does things no one thought he could do every day just really makes us so proud that we get to be his. I'm so proud of his mom, and I know his all his teachers and everyone's so proud. That's why actually Jace's teacher helped me do the illustrations in the book. As I mentioned, not a very good artist, and one of Jace's teachers loves doing art and coloring. And so he said, "Can I help with the pictures of the book?" And he wanted to draw pictures of Jace and his sister and everyone that surrounds him that loves him too. So it was really nice to partner with his teacher that wanted to help write this book so all the kids in the class understood him too.
Wow. I really
Yeah.
like the sound of your son. He really sounds like an interesting person, a lot like me. That's
Yeah, I think you guys would be friends.
Yeah, definitely would be best friends.